Do you burn more body fat doing cardio in a fasted state? There's lots of claims that go around to say you should do your cardio first thing in the morning before you eat because you're going to be using body fat as a fuel source. Now, the answer to this is no. If you're in a calorie deficit, let's just say your body's burning 2,500 calories a day and you're consuming 2,000 per day, it does not matter if you are in a fasted state or a fed state while doing your cardio. Where the soundbite has come from is when you do fasted cardio, you will preferentially be using body fat as your fuel source. Now, later in the day, your body is very smart. It's going to start using carbohydrate as a fuel source to go about your normal day-to-day tasks. Now, if you do cardio in a fed state, you're going to preferentially use the fuel substrate that you've consumed. And later in the day, you're going to be using that stored body fat to get through your daily tasks. So it actually does not make a Scooby-Doo of a difference if you train in a fasted state or a fed state when it comes to losing body fat. However, there are a couple of things that you should note because fasted cardio might be a really good fit for you or a really bad fit for you. When fasted cardio might be a bad idea for you is if you have super intense training. If you need fuel substrate to do some heavy sprints, long duration cardio, you're going climbing a mountain, something that's really, really tough, you are going to need something in the system to be able to train optimally. If you are doing something that's of moderate intensity, a handy jog, 3 to 5K, 1 to 2K, whatever it may be, and you're just plodding along at a normal 120 to 140 beats per minute, you are totally fine to go and do some fasted cardio. Where fasted cardio can come in really, really handy when you're in a dieting phase is you are now shortening your feeding window. Similar to intermittent fasting, where you pick your feeding window, say from 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock, you've now shortened that feeding gap. You have 8 hours to be full throughout the day, rather than starting at 8 o'clock in the morning and having to spread the same amount of calories over the course of the entire day. So per unit of time, you are less hungry. You see, you don't usually feel hungry when you're doing cardiovascular exercise, and that's because you're in a sympathetic state, your fight or flight response. So what you're doing is essentially buying yourself an extra hour or 2 hours where you're no longer hungry, and then you can cram more food in to a shorter feeding window in the day. So when it comes to fat loss, fasted cardio has no magical benefits. If you want to go ahead and do it, you might get an extra hour or 2 in your day where you're not hungry, shortening your feeding window and being less hungry per unit of time. But if you don't want to train fasted, you don't have to. You're not missing any of the magical benefits that don't exist. Now, if you're doing any bout of intense exercise, as I said, sprinting, hill climbing, something of the likes where it's pretty intense, you're probably best off getting some fuel on board beforehand to perform at your best. That's all for this video. Myth busted. See you in the next one.